You're tuned in to the Smart Love Podcast, where real stories, real lessons, and real love meet. This is your space to grow, heal, and elevate every part of your life, from love and relationships to success and wealth. Smart Love is a blueprint to happiness and becoming your best, most irresistible self. It's all about that smart love. Get you some. I got my girl Tammi.
Hello.
Hey, Tammi, welcome, girl. It's a chocolate dream for y'all tonight. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Yes, we're in rare form today as well.
And I got the controversial filmmaker, Terry.
T-Miles.
Don't you tell them your government name? I can't tell them your government name?
No, that's actually my real name, Terry T-Miles. Terry Terrell Miles.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about the Terrell. Okay. Yeah. Welcome, Terry Terrell.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
for having me.
For sure. Thank you. Now, I asked you to be on your best behavior, but really, I don't want you to be. Just be you.
Okay. But I'm going to be me in a form.
Okay.
In a demure way.
In a smart love way.
In the presence of queens, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna tone it down a little bit.
Okay. I love it.
But it's gonna be the truth.
That's all we want. That's what smart love.
That's all we can ask for.
Yeah.
So welcome to Smart Love. So Smart Love is a platform where we discuss all types of relationship topics. We talk about self-love. We talk about marriage. We talk about sex. We talk about all the things that we need to talk about.
Okay.
And it's about like genuine conversations. It's about keeping it real. It's about us sharing our experiences, because not only do we learn and grow from our own experiences, but so do others as well.
Exactly.
So I really want you to be transparent. Don't hold nothing back.
I'm not. Y'all gave me the wine too.
That's the truth serum. Cheers. Absolutely.
Don't hold nothing back. Okay, so really excited about tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is: are you high value, or just high maintenance?
Right. Huge difference.
It's a big difference.
Big difference.
So we want to get into the truth about what men and women really want in relationships. Not what they said on the podcast, not what the meme you read on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Like what do we really consider value in a partner? So, I feel like definitely when it comes to men and women, we think we know what men want. We have our idea of what a high value man is, but it doesn't always coincide. Like what we think and what men think that we value is not
always on the same plateau.
Exactly. Same for y'all. Like what y'all might value in a woman may not be in line with what we think is important.
Right. No, and that's very important, because when you say when you ask me a question like that about my value, it can go in different ways. Are we talking about financial? Are we talking about morals and principles?
See, we're gonna get into that. That's what we're gonna get into. Right. So that's what this show is gonna focus. Like I'm definitely I want to hear your insight onto what makes you a high value man. And then we're also, as women, we're going to give you our insight into what we actually value. So I had to bring up Kevin Samuels, because
rest in peace
for sure.
Rest in peace. But a lot of people still bring up a lot of the things that he used to focus things that he used to talk about in his show, as far as like what is considered a high value man.
Right.
And a lot of things that, he considered a high value, such as like your earnings, your social status,
right.
Your consistency, your influence, your personal development, all of those things. That isn't necessarily what he used to say that women value. He's like, women, y'all want the six figures,
right. Which focuses a little bit more on the materialistic aspect of it.
Sixes, the three sixes, right? The 6 feet, 6 figures. what was the other six pack? Because I know he didn't want 6 inches.
Yeah,
we've moved past that. That wasn't enough. I don't know where that number. It definitely wasn't that. But yeah. So we will. I want to get into the real. Like, is that really what women value? Those things, social status, money, things like that, or is it more than that? And new men, do y'all look at, your social status and, how much money you make? Does that make you, if you're not 6 feet, then you're not high value? Like, what does that even mean?
I think it's important for us let's kind of break down what the difference is between high value and high maintenance.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, let's,
because high maintenance can actually not necessarily be derogatory, but it centers a little bit more on self.
Right.
A little bit more on
different categories,
unrealistic sometimes ideas of what a person or a relationship should look like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where high value centers more on the core of just being respected, having mutual respect, having self-worth, and that mutual respect for yourself and for your partner. So I think that, there's differences between. I'm excited to dive into to both of them.
Me too.
We're going to dive right in.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna, we're gonna address like the disconnect between, what women and men think and values, and we're gonna talk about, we're gonna go deeper and not just the surface level. So I'm really excited to have you both.
Thank you.
Everyone that's watching, please make sure you love this post.
Make sure you subscribe. Absolutely.
Make sure you share it. So, because the more people we get this out to, like, we're trying to spread,
the broader the platform gets, and the bigger the message gets.
Exactly. And so the thing is, like, there's a lot of podcasts out there. I kind of feel like most of them are like contributing to the divide, whereas we're trying to bring us together. So get this message out there. Help us out.
Okay.
And drop your comments, because I want y'all to be engaged. I'm reading the comments here, so make sure y'all engaged. Okay. But let's jump right into it. So first, I want to start with the men. I'm going to pick on y'all first.
Which we always get picked on.
I mean, y'all the one came up with this high value term. So.
I'm not going to really necessarily say we came up with it. I mean, I feel like the women pretty much came up with the titles, the categories of what putting men men in, instead of just a man, period.
The women came up with that?
Yeah, I mean, be honest with you. You got to think about it. In today's society, in this new modern day generation, when I was coming up, we was laid out of the households. We was taught from the households, from your mothers and your fathers.
Yeah.
This day's generation is brought up from music,
social media.
So definitely social media, movies, and that's when the categories start coming about. Because I've never heard coming up my mother speaking about any kind of man of a certain caliber or value or any of that. Like, that's this day's generation. I'm kind of stuck in that. Like, I don't know what that really is, So when you ask me something like that, the only thing I know is morals and principles of a person.
Yeah.
I wasn't just brought up on that, man, your values or who you are and all that, I don't believe none of these. You got a lot of men out here today who's not men, but they're getting treated from women like they a king. And to be honest with you, to me, it's sad.
It's very sad. It speaks to just the element that some women have low self-esteem, and I think that it's important for us to understand that when we're in that place where our esteem is low for both male and female, this isn't, gender specific, it's for both male and female. When your self-esteem is low, we seem to tolerate a little bit more from people, from situations, and those things can wear on us, you know what I mean? And have us feeling, run down. Yeah. And when you're run down, it's a lot more seeps in, and a lot more things. You're susceptible to more people, to more energies, good or bad. Yeah. And I think that it is important for us to feel before we can love anyone, that self-love that we have to have before we can give a healthy love to anyone.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And just to piggyback on what I said a while ago, I'm not saying it came from women to pick on the women or throw behavior off on women. It's just that I'm just really getting tired of hearing a lot of women say there's no more good men out here when it's a lot. And that's why I say it comes from women saying that, oh, I want a man, like you said, even with Kevin Samuels, he was definitely a professional man who just spoke his mind, didn't care how you felt about him. Yeah. So when he says certain things, I mean, and then you can't really be mad about him because he took calls from women and women proved them right to be low-minded women. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, women are always saying there's no good men out here. No, it's not no men out here just don't want you. That's what the problem is. That's what and because you got to understand, women are coming with all these categories. A man got to have this. I hear so many women say a man gotta have this, but never say just be a man.
Well, I think that there's certain demographic of women who are confident within themselves right now, and I think then that goes back to self-love, self-worth. Who are comfortably building their queendom right now, and are in a position to pick, choose, and refuse.
Right. You know what I mean? So let's dive into that.
Hold up. But I gotta speak on that. Man. I gotta speak on that. Me, I just feel like no one out here knows what real love is. No one. I mean, everybody is being judged, like you said earlier, social media. No one knows. Everyone is lost, if you ask me.
I totally agree.
No one.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna give y'all a point of view right now. I think the best way to be or dating or getting in a relationship, and this is gonna sound crazy, a long distance relationship.
Okay. Before we go, because we going off,
and I'm gonna break it down to you.
Wait, because I want you to break that down, and we're gonna talk about that. But let's get back on our topic before we get to because I see where you're going, and I want to guide our audience there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just read a quote about a man's worth, man's value. Okay. A man's true worth isn't in his wallet. It's in his ability to connect, communicate, and commit. Okay. So this is by Matthew Hussein. Okay. He's a relationship coach. Okay. So hearing that a man's true worth isn't in his wallet, it's in his ability to connect, communicate, and commit. So I'm going to ask you first, Terry, when you hear the term high value, what qualities do you feel immediately come to mind when we're talking about a man? What makes a man high value?
When a woman is asking me that?
I want you to give me your perspective of what a high value man is.
A high value man to me is someone, for one, who respects himself, respects others, who's a provider, who's a protector, who's a one who have great communication. That's what it is to me. You know what I'm saying? As someone with high values, because if you do a poll, a lot of men don't have that. So that's what makes the average man stand out to that level to be a high value man.
Okay. So and now that you say that, you're speaking to his values, not his material things, not what he looks like, not what car he drives. Like you said, he's respectful, he's a provider, he's a protector.
Yeah.
Right.
That seems so simple.
It really does.
But men are simple. Men are simple. It's you have to understand. A lot of men have came up in households where, and I blame us for that. And everybody know my story. I'm a dude that came out of the penitentiary. So at the end of the day, I blame us for not being in the house to embed values into young men. In other words, what you got to understand is a lot of people out here are running around calling men kings. No. In order to become a king, you have to be a warrior first. And a lot of men out here are not warriors. So they're skipping that and going straight to a king because a lot of them are paying for the title of being a king.
Let's talk about it.
No one, it's not a lot of men that has the heart of a warrior. See, what you have to understand is when you have the heart of a warrior, that is the man with a high value who's a protector, who's a provider, great communication, you know what I'm saying, and has all the respect in the world. We have been taught out here totally backwards. That's why, you know, a lot of the young generation, they running around here quoting off the Scarface movies and, you know, the Biggie's, man, money, power, respect. That's wrong. That's totally backwards. That's why a lot of people don't have the value of what they're supposed to really have, because everyone to a degree is lost. That's why a lot of older guys like us, we don't want to go out here and grab the youth, because at the end of the day, the youth is so lost that me trying to help them, they'll destroy me.
Oh, that's pretty deep. But
so we stay in the house because we have to protect our own. We have become selfish in the world now, to where it's no more love. To where when I was coming up, man, the dope boys on the corners was like, "Hey, go to school because I don't want you to be like me." But now the dudes on the corners, it's getting high, smoking, popping pills, and everybody is worshiping them. So this world is lost.
So, but don't you feel like it's up to the men? Because you said it first. You said it's our fault, right? It's up to the men to take the leadership role and to grab this next generation. Start with your own household. Start with your own family. Start with your own children.
That's the only way it could be. I mean, you got to understand, we cannot change the world until we learn to change ourselves. So I can't go out here on the corner and preach to nobody if I'm not correct. So in order for me to be the correct, I got to grab what's in my household and teach my household. Because I'm being honest with you. I mean, I'm not afraid of no one, but I'm not going to be no fool to go out here and try to save someone who don't want to save themselves.
Well, that, I think, in my opinion, and I agree. I see, you know, your point in that, but I also feel like because this generation is so lost, because we have a generation of youth that are being raised by social media. And I mean, back in the day, kids used to go out and play, you know, ride bikes and build forts.
They don't do none of that.
Sleigh ride, and you know, now they rather do that on video. You know what I mean?
That's true. They don't even
want to ride bikes.
And that's why a lot of our kids are suffering up to date of obesity.
It is true, but I think that's a call to action from us to be even more diligent in trying to reach the youth. You know? And I think I understand your sentiment completely, but I do also know that being a mother and a grandmother of teenage boys, you know, I think that it's imperative that we extend an olive branch to them. They do that because we didn't grow up with the distractions that these kids have now.
Right.
We did not grow up with the violence. We did not grow up with the racial divide. You know, the way. Well, I'm not saying, of course we did, but there's things that this generation is experiencing that we did not have to, that we didn't.
Exactly.
And so, you know, the agenda deepens for them, I think, in order to try to reach them and bring them to a place where they can have the understanding that you have.
And so, and I think the biggest problem is, and I don't know a lot about your background, but it's like the men, because everything that you named as far as the value of a man, like really all of that has to be taught by another man.
It really does.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if you don't have that male figure in your life, if you don't have that father figure in your life growing up, where do you learn it?
Well, and see, this is the thing. Like I say, it's a whole different generation. When I was coming up, I was raised by the dudes on the corner, the older guys. Okay. And you can always tell that because it's embedded in me so much. Like even to this day, I hang around older guys. You know what I'm saying? Like even where I go hang out at the studio, at TST Studio. I mean, I hang out, you know, with, you know, the guys like Bukon, guys like Donnell, guys like Pines. I hang around those dudes not to just be hanging around them. I hang because I learn from them.
Right.
And I'm the youngest one in that group, but that's embedded in me because I watch and I listen, and I get the knowledge. Just like they say, man, if you want to tell what someone going to be in the next 5 years, just look at the circle they hang around.
Yep.
And you will find out. So I get knowledge from guys that is ahead of me, but they have to speak first for me to hear that they speak the intelligent things that, man, makes me really inquisitive to want to be around them. And that's what I do. And I mean, it's just been embedded in me for so long as me coming up, a young dude in the projects and looking at the dudes on the corner. That's what I wanted to be like. But they made sure they gave me the money and everything so I wouldn't be like them. But I just didn't listen. And I wanted to be like them so much, I wanted to take that shot and that chance.
Yep. Okay, so Tammi, do you agree with what Terry described as like this is what makes a high value man? Respect, provider, protector.
He made a lot of solid points, and we all, have our own opinions on what we perceive to be high value.
Yeah, I want to know what you value to me. What do you like? What are you looking for?
Maybe not necessarily to you.
Right.
So for me, so I'm going to speak from my perspective. When I speak of a high value man, I think of a man who loves God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think of a man who loves himself.
Yeah.
Who has respect for his mother.
Yeah.
Who has respect for community. Who has respect for me. Respect himself.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even date anyone who doesn't have those qualities. Yeah. But I had to learn that. That's something that by trial and error. When I was younger, man, he's driving you know what I mean? And girl, all of those things are so superficial and so incredibly, it's just dumb. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It's dumb.
Right.
And because there's young ladies right now that spend more time picking out their hair than who's going to father their children.
Oof.
That's true.
And
that's true. That's true.
And here you've made a man a father who had no intention on having you in his life.
That's true.
Had no intention on wifing you, had no intention on bringing you home to meet his mama, and now he's connected to you forever because you've procreated together. And so there's anger there. And sometimes that gets taken out on the child, and so it's important for us to be honest with what we want for ourselves, and then understand that it impacts others as well.
Absolutely.
You know what's funny, what you just said, and one of the biggest things I know is about a lot of women, and I'm not picking on you women, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah, there's two of us here.
Yeah, but I'm just speaking on me. And I'm speaking on what a lot of men feel.
Right.
No, please
speak on it. We want to know.
Us.
We're trying to understand y'all.
Because y'all don't talk enough.
I know we don't talk enough because women don't let us. They don't. They don't. Agree. So we just shut off. We just shut down.
Well, here's your opportunity right
Please
now.
Speak.
So I've noticed a lot of women are single because they are so busy focusing on fixing the outer appearance instead of fixing the inside of them.
Oh, speak on it.
They want to shine. They want to shine so bright on the outside and so dark on the inside. So that's one of women's biggest problems with us men, because guess what? You fixing your outside so much. Do you know what we're saying as men?
What? All
we want to do is just fun you. We definitely don't want to bun you.
Whoa. Wait. Okay, we got to pause right there.
I don't even know what bun means. So out of touch.
But real talk, Terry, but let me tell you why. Because women, we feel like men are visual creatures. That's what we've been taught. They are. So to even attract them, it's all about the outer. Mm-mm. And I want you to speak, and I want the women to hear this. Speak to it. How we look may attract you, but what is it that keeps you?
That part.
What keeps us, once again, if you fix the inner, it's the inner what keeps us. Man, you can have a woman all day long that's beautiful. And once again, I'm speaking on me. Mm-hmm. I've dated beautiful women who has all the curvaceous and all that, but I've noticed once we get together and you get happy, that shit go away because you eating your ass off. We going out. We going out of the country. We going out to eat. Man, everything. So men don't really care. Of course, that might attract us.
Right.
That's. I've noticed a lot of women have a good pull card,
ooh,
but don't have no hold card.
Right. Ooh,
I've noticed that.
Quote that. Code right there? Somebody drop something in the comments. Right, that somebody put.
That's why you see so many
card, but not a hold.
That's why you see a lot of beautiful women out here that's single as hell. Because when a man really, really get to know them on the inside, they the ugliest women they ever met, and they don't want to be bothered with that.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest, and it's no disrespect to no women, but if you want the truth, listen what I'm telling you. Because I'm a man, I might have an image of a man that had many women, but I only love one. And once I get that one, I'm cool with that one.
Okay.
I'm allow her to be with me every day. I'm gonna teach her. I'm gonna show her the game of whatever I'm into, just so she can be with me every day. Because I understand sometimes women are self-conscious because they seeing other women. Y'all are y'all biggest enemies because y'all, for one, y'all look at other women and feel like I gotta look like her because man, she got a man. Yeah, she get on the men. But what you don't know is men are running in and out through her like a damn Holland tunnel. And guess what? She's losing value. Because as more men that she's running through, more men are talking about her. And the next man gonna be like, I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want that.
And they start to decrease their value.
Come on, man. Come on.
But I think you're right. A lot of that is so very much true. But we also have to remember that, I think that women we're nurturing creatures by nature.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we hold on to the ideal of love so fiercely that even when it isn't love, and even when it is not like, he's just having fun, girl, and we think we found our husband, you know what I mean? And so I had to learn, like, no, these cookies are for the right milk. There you go. For the right cup of milk, you know what I mean? Okay, and the more value I saw in myself, the less situations I allowed myself to be in like that my integrity and because that's the most intimate thing you can give a person. Once you've given it to them, you cannot get it back.
Yeah.
And so I've learned that, if you want to be considered valuable, then you put yourself behind the glass where they keep the valuables.
Where
they gotta ask for the key, and if you can't afford it, you gotta put it back and then lock it back up.
But you know what though, that sounds very good, and you're right to a degree. But I'm realizing women don't know what love is until that man is gone.
Okay, hold on. Pause.
And pause.
Conversation. Okay, look. So Tamika says, but that works both ways. Men will give you all the perks to win you, then the bitch assness comes out.
Ooh, speak on it.
So same thing. So men.
You want me to speak on that?
So in a second. So so this is what happens. From a woman's perspective, it's like, okay, just like you said, okay, women know how to pull card, but not the keep card. The whole card. Okay, same thing for men. So you all are, you are coming at us with your money. You're doing all the things in the beginning. You're doing all the things that you think it takes to get this woman. Then you get her, and then
you don't work as hard.
Exactly. You don't work as hard. Your true self comes out. Like this is not even you. You're doing all these things to get a woman because you're focusing on the things that you think that makes you valuable to that woman. Right. You're using your money, your 9 inches, your
not the 9 inches. Oh,
you're 9 inches.
Here, girls, get high here.
Our standards have gone up.
Yes.
You're 9 inches, you're 9 figures, and all this to get us.
Right.
But really,
but not enough to keep us.
Right. But really what we wanted, like you said, all those things that you named, the protector, you don't have to have $1 million to be a protector. You don't have to have $1 million to be a provider. You don't have to have $1 million to secure this family. You don't have to have the $1 million to be emotionally intelligent enough to communicate and to grow with someone. So I say all that to say, when from a man's perspective, and then we're gonna get the woman's perspective, because Tammy coming at it from the woman's perspective. Terry hitting them with it's like a left right. So from a man's perspective, like why, like what is it that you all feel that women value that creates this environment where that you all, you know, well, I mean, what y'all giving us is not what we asked for.
Well, just to elaborate on what the young lady with the comment said, we all out here, when we see one another, we're attracted to the outer appearance.
Of course, physical.
That's everybody. Once we're attracted to the outer appearance, next thing you know, we're trying to figure out what the inner appearance is like.
Right.
A lot of times, and each person has a representative in the beginning. You're never really getting the real person.
Yeah.
Because you want to find out what's your story. You want to find out what's my story. Because I want what I see. So I'm not trying to damper anything that was going to keep me away from you.
Getting that.
Right. And just
right, you're going to be on your presenting yourself in the best version
I'm touching on what she said and what you say. Now this is the part where you coming on what you said that goes along with her. Now, you're a beautiful woman. I see you. I'm automatically attracted to your curves and your beauty because I don't know about what you make. I don't know where you live or none of that.
It's a physical attraction.
So guess what? You see me. You give me your number because automatically you have checked me out from my shoes to my teeth.
How do you know we start with the shoes?
I deal with women. So I mean, so teeth. What I drive, you automatically already judge me like, okay, we got his appearance up, so he must got a little money.
Well, what did Biggie say? He said, I got you pinned up with your limbs up, all because you like the way my Benz was rimmed up.
But
that spoke volumes to me as a young girl. I was
but once again, breaking it down for you to understand, now you have already judged me that I must got something going on.
So when you may not have two coins to rub together.
Yeah, but in your head, ching ching, this nigga got $1 because how his appearance is. Bam, I like how she look. I want to hit. So now, once everything takes place, the representatives are still there because I want what I want. You want what you want.
Right.
You're telling me about everything that you have going on.
Right.
You this boss lady. You this. You got it going on. You instant. Oh, I'm so about me. I'm good. This and that. I'm telling you, yeah, I could take care of you. I could do this. I could do that. Now. I hit. I didn't hit everywhere there is to hit with you. And I'm being honest and I'm being for real. Now, I done went into your secret garden. You done gave me all of you. But once you give me all of you, it ain't shit after you. So guess what you do? Now you start the real, you come out and you start asking me. Now you was the boss chick, but now all of a sudden your electric bill is damn near $900. Your mortgage is $3,000. Your car note, you don't even know how you gonna pay it. So now, once again, to answer her question, here come the bitchness. Cause man, you was paying for that shit before me. So figure that shit out after me.
Okay, but
see.
So, no, I mean because I'm the type of woman who figures it out by myself. All the time.
That doesn't
really apply to me.
Let's elaborate on that. So let's elaborate on that. Okay. So, because I'm gonna speak from my perspective,
right?
I know you're speaking from the woman's perspective that you have dealt with, okay? But I'm gonna speak from this woman's perspective because you haven't dealt with a woman like me,
right?
So for me, yes, I'm definitely checking from your shoes up to your watch to what you're driving, not so I can figure out what I can get out of it. I'm trying to make sure that you are stable and you are taken care of so that there's nothing that needs to come from me financially.
So that you're not always picking up the check.
So I need you to be financially stable. Yes, I do. So it's not about what you can do for me. I just make sure you're good. Okay. Because that provider that you mentioned makes you a high value man. A provider can provide when it's time. So if you're lacking right now, this might not be time for you, bruh. I need to see that. Okay. All the things that I'm looking for, I may not get it immediately just from one conversation with you. But like if you're pretending to have these values these, you know, these morals, you love God, you this, I respect women. If you're pretending all those things, then how would I even know that this is something that I should value enough to even go beyond? Is can you buy me something or pay my bill or take me out? Because this is, you know what I'm saying? Like you're presenting a facade that I haven't even gotten to the level to understand if you even really are this person. So it's like we're playing detective in the beginning.
You shouldn't even be trying to figure out how or when should I be able to come and do this and that. All that comes in time. If me and you are going out to dinner and the bill comes, of course, I feel like the man should automatically take care of that. You know what I'm saying? But for you to start thinking about when am I going to help you with a bill or anything like that, that shouldn't even be no way in the equation because I don't even live with you.
I don't think she's referring to paying a bill.
No, I'm just saying that the only thing what you can do financially says to us is that, okay, you are financially stable. Check. But let's worry about the rest of the list.
But why is anything about being financial when it's about just me and you?
Because one of the things on the list is for you to be able to be a provider. And I also don't want to be with a man that is going to use me for my financial means. So that's why that's important.
Well, I think it's important for us. That's a great topic. That's a great thing to bring up right now.
I feel like that comes in time. That comes with conversation. That comes with communication. I mean, if you telling a dude or you say, okay, let's go out. And we go out and like I say, the check come and that man looking at you like, damn. First of all, if a man say damn, you already know, it's about to be some trouble. Like he look at the bill and go, damn.
But you know what? A lot of times, just as an empowered woman,
let's get on that. What the hell is that?
To pay the check, and I want to say, and if if you ask me out and it's my first date, and I say, do you need me to help you with that? Most men, if they're secure enough, will be like, we'll look at you kind of sideways, like I got it, you know. But a man who was like, and if you can't afford this, it's fine.
And you know, I'm being honest.
I'll pay half, but at least I know.
Once again, this is me. I hate the shit out of this empowered woman. What is that?
An empowered woman? Do you need me to break it down for you?
Please.
Financially independent.
So it's not even. Yeah, it's financially independent, but it doesn't even speak to just finances. There's a mindset of a woman who's empowered. You understand what I'm saying? That steps in her own purpose. She's confident. She doesn't need anyone to validate her. She doesn't need anyone to support her.
Because that's what you said you want.
She doesn't need anyone to do. No. She would like it. Don't get me wrong now. You know what I mean?
No, we just had a whole conversation upstairs.
What I said is.
But no, you talked about a woman who was.
No, this is what I. A certain statue. What I don't like is when women come out, I'm an empowerment woman. I don't want to hear that because you know what that is? That's not empowerment. That's a narcissist. That's what that is.
So the word empowerment.
So what is empowered? It depends on what do you. Let's ask your perception of what the word empowered means.
You know what that means?
Yeah. What does it mean?
Something that you don't have to tell me. I would know. You don't have to tell me that.
No, but I'm asking you.
You don't have to tell me that. So when a person come out, you're validating yourself. So guess what? 9 times out of 10, when a person validate themselves, they ain't got it.
I agree.
No, that's the truth. One thing about me, it's just like this.
Empowered has nothing to do with finances. Listen. Empowered has nothing to do with finances. Empowered there's a mindset that I have within myself that I have grown. I haven't always had it.
But you don't have this. First of all, you shouldn't even speaking that over a man. Because now, no, that's what I'm saying. No, listen,
we're speaking the conversation.
No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Once again, I'm speaking on women that I've dealt with. And a lot of women, that's what everyone is yelling. I'm this empowerment. They even got empowerment tools.
Okay, let's do this.
They even had that. Women's empowerment tools. Okay,
but so Terry,
why does that offend you?
No, it don't offend me because one thing.
It seems like it does a little bit.
It will only offend a man who doesn't. My confidence is higher than the damn moon.
Okay, so what's wrong with having a woman that has high
because
confidence?
A lot of times, once again, women that screams that to a lot of men, you know what I tell man, can you put your dick up for a minute and let a man be a man? Okay. Let a man be a man. Let me take care of you. I don't want to hear that, empowerment. Okay. Like, no.
Well, we heard you. We hear you. Mm-hmm. Your statement as an empowered woman, what were you saying?
I'm just saying that I feel I'm confident in building my life. I don't need to be rescued. I want a man in my life. I would love a husband, but I want to be in the position that I can pick, choose, and refuse what kind of man I want in my life. Okay. Because I don't need to be picked up from the mud, dusted off, and taken care of. You don't have to apply for my hair. You don't have to take me. I can get my hair done by myself. If I want to go to Aruba, I can go to.
Okay, pause. Is that attractive to a man that a woman can do all those things?
Me, yeah.
Okay.
See, let me touch on what I said. All right, let me break it down. I told you earlier, this is the kind of woman that I like.
Right.
And the only reason why I like that, because me, I'm a boss.
Okay. And so you like a
boss. So just what I mean by that, and my track record speaks for that. Mm-hmm. So, in other words, I like a caliber woman who has her own that she's built, because when you get to me, I'm going to take you to another higher level. And you make it go. And hold on, let me finish. And when I do that, I don't want to die and leave you with $1 billion business. And now you are sleeping with another dude to where, man, here it is. They can't handle that. And you can't handle it. And you ain't never learned nothing. That's why I like certain women of certain caliber that I see that what they're built for themselves. Yeah, okay, I'm very attracted to you. Because how I move, I'm very confident. And I'm going to boss you up because you're going to boss me up just from who you are and your energy. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all.
But that's you want to pause?
No,
but that's the part where you're saying that you want a woman who, you know what I mean?
But you ain't got to tell me.
But the only reason you're hearing that is on the podcast.
No,
I don't go around saying I'm an empowered woman.
I'm not speaking about you.
The men who know me know that I'm empowered. They deal with it.
This is the thing. I'm on the show.
Right.
I'm speaking on what I go through. Right. With the platform where women listen. Yeah. So I'm not saying you. Right. I'm speaking to them and them. Okay. If you want to know what a man thinks, see, that's the first thing. Right. If you want to know what a man thinks, shh, listen. Don't be so busy this.
You're right.
That's the problem.
You're right.
Narcissist.
You're right.
That's the problem. Chill. Listen to a man think, what a man say, and think it. Because then you'll know. But when you're not listening, you're going to do the opposite. You're trash and you're garbage to me.
So I'm about to start your conversation in another direction. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what I feel what makes me a high value woman. And I want to hear from a male's perspective what you all look for. Because maybe it's the opposite, what I think makes me high value. And I want my sister to break down her value as well. Because she empowered. So what I think makes me high value have anything to do with my degrees. I got a lot of them. I'm very successful in my career. That's not what makes me high value. What makes me high value is, number one, my heart.
Amen.
I bring this nurturing spirit that's just in me. Like anybody, get my friend, get my family, get my coworker, get my husband. Like my heart wants to be all in on whatever it is. Like exactly, like whatever it is that is needed, I'm like there. I am there. Okay, so my heart is one. My drive. I feel like that I'm driven, like I'm not just sitting back and just like I know, like I have a high drive. So sex drive too, but that's not what makes me high drive. I know y'all like that, but it's like my ambition and like for me to be able, especially when it comes to a man, for me to be able to take your vision and to help you to bring that to life. Okay, that like I have that in me. Okay. My character, like who I am, my personality, like all these things that I feel makes me a great partner. I'm emotionally intelligent. Like I think at times it can be to a detriment to like, cause I'm just, I'm a fixer. So I want to jump in and help and fix and like, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is that I need to do to help you, like that's just me. But the things like my career, my money and all things like that, I mean, physically, yes. Like you said, like I got the full card, but I also like all those other things is so that's what makes me high value. My sis.
I think what makes me high value, and this is something that I've come to terms with recently, and I don't mean recently, I've been a few days, but just of coming to know myself, being through, certain adversities and, struggling to find out who I am as a woman in life. I think now what makes me a high value person is my faith. I have an undeniable connection right now to God, to be a better, being a good human, being a person that my family, that my friends, that my colleagues, whatever, can know that I am a honorable person, that I am not stab you behind your back, talking junk behind your back. I have values that go higher than just, I feel like for me, being a high value person speaks more so about character than it does about monetary status. Because monetary status means nothing. You can be rich and be a complete asshole, and you can be broke and be a beautiful person. So money has nothing to do with, and monetary status has nothing to do with your success. Has nothing to do with being high value. High value is having respect and mutual respect for yourself and for others, for a community, for just people, having integrity, having love for just love in your heart for people, and that for me is important moving forward in my life, and that's my prerequisite for me as to what kind of person that I am attracted in my life. As James shares the same values as me. And I think that's why we're on different plateaus, because some people really interpret values to mean different things.
Exactly.
So if your values are, you got a car, what's your FICO score? You know what I mean? Is your chucha good? You know what I mean? Like those are superficial. Those are not going to help you maintain or foster any relationship. They'll fizzle out quite quickly because those are all superficial. But when it comes down to, do you love God? Do you love your mama? Do you, you know what I'm saying? Are you a good person? Those are things of one's character. And so that is what makes, to me, my perception of a high value.
Okay, so Terry, I'm gonna ask you, as a man, what is it that you see, or what is it that you value in a woman, the partner? What makes her high value
to you?
Not society. Terry.
Just her being her. Like I said, I'm a real simple dude. Like, if I like you, I like you. You ain't gotta impress me with nothing. I don't care what you have. Me, I'm just a man. So I'm gonna come in with my voice. Even if you don't have mine, I'm gonna share mine with you. So
I have none.
No, I say if the woman don't have none, I'm gonna share mine with her. Okay. So in other words, if you don't know what respect is, I'm gonna teach you. Okay. If you don't know what conversation is, or I'm gonna teach you.
Okay.
That's what I am. It's that I don't. To be honest with you, man, like if you got respect for yourself, I'm gonna have respect for you. If you ain't got no respect for yourself, I'm a dog.
Yeah, don't expect me.
I'm just being for real. You ask me. Because the way I'm a dog, you gonna understand you've been dogged. That's what I mean by that. So I'm just saying, so you ask me that, and I'm just telling you, like, I just want a woman. Because other stuff, I'm just saying, man, I done been broke, I done been rich. I done been broke, I done been rich. I'd have been broke. I'd have been rich. But what I realized, I'm still here living. Okay. So that doesn't matter to me.
So what is it that matters to you? Because you said the things that you said, if she doesn't have the value, you'll teach her. But what do you want her to have coming in the door?
You ready? Mm-hmm. Just be my peace. Break me to pieces. That's at the end of the day, I realized, like me, I just left a 7-year relationship. I've been single since January. And the best thing in the world for me, man, shit.
He's having a time in his life.
Because you know why?
That's a whole other show.
What that has taught me is, for one, the value of people.
Right.
Value of friends. And it taught me rich and peace. Because people know multi-millionaires who do have money are miserable. Mm-hmm. And me, oh my God, I'm so at peace. That's something I realized you can't buy. Ooh. So rich is peace.
Peace is not for sale.
Peace
is not for sale.
Rich is not money. Rich is not money. Rich is peace.
Yeah.
So whatever I have right now, I'm so happy. Mm-hmm. So I'm rich because I had the peace that I want. So I want to peace and don't come in my life to break me to pieces.
Like that. It's true too, because it's like we want, even women, men, like us, we want relationships, and we want, we expect people to come into our lives. Our lives are supposed to be so much better now, but you're bringing havoc. And you can't expect to have peace in someone. You know what I mean? Or to be at peace if you're bringing havoc to someone else. Right. We need to be, and that's true, ladies. We can't always be their panic. We have to be their peace.
I realized that was my biggest problem. My biggest problem when we came in a relationship, I feel like I want to happen for the other person more than I want for myself.
And that's love.
And I realized that's something I can't do no more. Because people will take that and run with it. And like you said, take advantage of it. Right. So I'm very careful about anything I do in a relationship like that. Mm-hmm. So 9 times out of 10, I throw people off when I meet them. Mm-hmm. Because you got to understand.
What do you mean, though?
What I mean by that is when I know what I did. I play so I can see you. Because guess what? I have a real big defense mechanism right what you see. The real me is looking at you. Because I'm very careful with the circle. So I play stupid just for you to play you. Because once you find out I'm smart and sharp, you're gonna try to play sharper than me. So I don't work harder, I work smarter. Okay. So I play dumb just for you to play dumb. And I can find out who you really are.
Okay, so in closing, thank you so much for being candid and
absolutely.
I saw a whole
perception of you.
First of all, I saw a whole other side of T. Miles. Your middle name was Terrell.
Yeah.
I saw Terrell tonight. Like I don't know this person. Thank you for being transparent and for showing up here and giving us the male perspective from a very alpha man.
You're very alpha. Yeah, because you don't pretend to be anybody. You are who you are. Yeah. You're very strong in your convictions, and that's great. Yes. And I'm learning something from you here today. But I will definitely take it to non-narcissistic. I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says
but in closing, I feel like we had a discussion that has any other podcast and have a discussion about what's high value. They talking about all the superficial things that we didn't. That was we barely touched on financial, how you look, how tall. We didn't even talk about how tall you are. Right. We didn't even it wasn't even on our radar. You know what I'm saying? Stroke. Damn, how long it lasts. That wasn't even on the list. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like we gave people a different
perspective.
Yeah, different perspective very grown up conversations. So I think this was great. And just going forward, I feel like we need to have more discussions like this. We need to really get to the real and not let what we see in the media, social media,
social or cultural,
like let that like determine like, you know, how we should move and how we treat each other and how we act. And like, so I think this was just, this was a drop in the so
well, cheers to that.
Cheers. Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
So this was Smart Love. Make sure you all follow Smart Love on all platforms. Make sure you follow T. The controversial filmmaker at.
I was about to say something crazy.
Hey, stick to the script.
No, Instagram, you know, I am T Miles Bitch.
I am T Miles, and follow my girl.
_Sleeping Beauty.
Oh,
yes, that's gonna be a guest on mine. Coming to right here, live TST Studio.
Shout out to my TST Studio family.
Hey.
Love y'all. Thank you.
I feel like Mike Tyson. I want to bite my tongue.
Hey,
that's behavior.
He behaved himself. I told him
I was behaving. I want to be like Mike Tyson. Bite my tongue. Like I sold out.
No, you didn't. You did great.
CAU representing. Yes, we are. Yes. Y'all on that man nerve. Do we get on your nerves too?
Yeah, no, y'all actually didn't. I like the show. I mean, I really liked it. Y'all didn't get on my nerves at all.
They said we got.
They said, is that for all the women or the women?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for another show. We're gonna talk about the women.
Can you hear me?
They can't hear you. They watching you.
Oh, it's still live?
Yes, we're still live. What you got to say?
Me? Hey.
What you got to say? What you got to say after the show? After the show. What's the new movie we need? And thank you.